I believe that in Heartslabyul, Ace and Deuce share their room with two other students, and in Octavinelle Jade and Floyd share a room, so I wondered how it was in other dorms, and if there was any information about the roommates. First-year living situations are referred to at least twice as being four-man rooms. As this information comes from Ace and Deuce, it seems not uncommon for people to assume that this must be Heartslabyul's particular setup, but neither character ever specifies that this situation is unique to Heartslabyul. They say it is specific to first-year students. The rooming situation at NRC is described explicitly in the second novel. In each dorm, first-year students are 4 to a room with second-year students 2 to a room and, as a third-year student, you finally get a room to yourself. House wardens are the one exception, with their own room regardless of year. So it is possible that roommate arrangements are the same across all 7 dorms, but many things have been changed in the novels from the original game, so it might be better to not use the novels as a reference for what is or isn't game canon. This neither proves nor disproves the possibility of the game following the same roommate system, but it does give us something to go off of. Ace and Deuce were hinted at having the same bedroom in a vignette, and this was confirmed during Spectral Soiree when Ace says he can hear Deuce grinding his teeth in his sleep. Comparing their bedrooms themselves, objects from Ace's bookshelf can be seen in Deuce's room. Unlike the overlapping objects in the Ace, Deuce shared bedroom, there is no proof of Cater, Trey or Riddle sharing a room with anyone, which may support the third years and house wardens have private rooms theory. Further support comes from Cater's comment that he and Trey only shared a room for their first 2 years at the school. This might point to them sharing a room with 2 others in their first year, having a room alone together their second year, and now they are in private rooms. There is an interesting situation at Savanaclaw where they have empty rooms in the dorm, but students are still rooming together rather than cleaning out a room to use for themselves. It is possible that, first years are 4 to a room, second years are 2 to a room, is a rule at the school. Only some first or second years getting private rooms or fewer roommates wouldn't be fair to the others, so they have to share rooms even though there is space available. Leona has a line about Ruggie sharing a room with at least one other person during Spectral Soiree, so Ruggie having a roommate is also confirmed. The Japanese language doesn't really have the words, the, or, and Ian chose to write this line as, a guy in his room, as though there are multiple people besides Ruggie. It could technically be interpreted either way. Much like Ace and Deuce, illustrations show proof of other people living in Jack and Ruggie's rooms, while there is no such proof in Leona's. There is also no visual proof of Azul sharing a room with anyone, while there is proof in Jade and Floyd's. Based on visuals alone, it seems there might be an argument for the twins sharing rooms with other people. The positioning of the chairs and a stack of books in Floyd's room do not seem to correlate with Jade's room. A stack of objects in Ace's room can clearly be seen in Deuce's room, so it seems like such details would be carried over if that's what we're supposed to think is going on. But, unlike most other characters, it may have been confirmed in dialogue that Floyd and Jade share a room on JP. The Japanese language doesn't really use possessive pronouns in the same way that English does, as things like that are generally communicated via context. Since English forces you to specify such information, which Aniplex USA might not actually know, they added Jade's room to Floyd's dialogue in his birthday vignette, despite how Floyd did not specify Jade having a separate room at all. He just says that Jade is always keeping an unspecified room clean. He could also be talking about their shared room. This is a kind of vague example and may not be particularly convincing either way, but there have been at least 2 more references in-game. In Floyd's original, in-game dialogue, he says that he doesn't want to go back to his room because he wants to be alone, but Jade will be coming home soon. The word, room, was changed on EN to dorm, not once, but twice. In another vignette, Floyd says that Jade smells so earthy all the time that it brings his mood down just to be in the dorm room. So I think I can understand someone playing EN and thinking that the twins might be in separate rooms with different roommates, but that might not be the case. Much like Riddle, Leona and Azul, there is no proof of roommates in the bedroom illustration for Column, but another student's rug, bookshelf and desk can be seen to the side of Jamil's despite how he is a vice housewarden. This may be in support of the 2 students per second year bedroom, house wardens are the only exception theory. Neither Rook nor Vil have any proof of roommates in their bedroom designs, while what may be another student's closet can be seen to the side of Epel's. There is no proof of a human roommate in Idia's bedroom, while the blue stand off to the right is heavily hinted in Book 7 as being for Ortho, and he has a voice line about being miserable sharing a dorm room until becoming house warden. Despite being counted as a first-year student while he has technically been at the school as long as Idia, Book 6 Ortho's room also does not seem to have any proof of being a shared space, but in New Year's 2024 Ortho confirmed that he now has multiple roommates. There is proof of roommates in both Sebek and Silver's room illustrations, with what are presumably other students' desks seen in both of them. There is no proof of roommates in Lilia or Malleus's bedrooms, and we learn in Spectral Soiree that their two rooms are located next to one another.